Swisher from Green Mountain, number 10. Number 12, Tanner Crane from Windsor. 14, Andrew Bailey from West Rutland. 20, Caleb Merrow from Green Mountain. 22, Eli Albee from Bellows Falls. 24, Pavle Michich from Grace Christian. 30, Peyton Book from Poultney. 32, Braden Russ from White River Valley. 34, Jordan Cole from Proctor. 40, Donovan Craven from White River Valley. 42 is Wyatt Cadwell from White River Valley. 44 is Xander Clark from White River Valley. 50, Carson Clark from Bellows Falls, I believe is injured, isn't here. And Cody Hescock is on the roster, but I don't believe he is here either. Their head coach is DJ Craven from White River Valley.
And taking a look at this club there, some outstanding talent there. Are there any kids that really jump off the page at you, kids that you might see at the next level collegiately, et cetera, Billy?
Well, there's a couple players. Braden Russ and Donovan Craven from White River Valley, very good players. They could certainly play at the next level. It's been a while since I've seen Eli Albee, but he can shoot the ball from Bellows Falls. Those are the ones that I would.
Now, would his father be Josh Albee?
I believe so.
Who was a tremendous shot. I'm showing my age here, but I remember coming down to Oxbow for a playoff game. Oxbow was very good in the years that he played, just to see Albee, and he ended up. They lost the game by 6. But he put in 48.
Yeah, he was.
So it was well worth the journey.
Absolutely, and I was able to watch him play against Mount Anthony one time when they both put up the highest scoring game ever. I think it was like 140 to 136 or something like that, and Albee had 50 plus.
Tremendous,
so, yeah.
No doubt about it. And for the green team, the North team, Billy, what do we got today on today's roster for Team Green? That's the North team.
Yeah, so we got number 10, Reese Paquette from Virgins, scrappy player from where I coach. Number 12, Evan Bailey from Williamstown. 14, Andrew Yonkis from Danville. 20 is Brendan Moodie from Hazen. 22, Hudson Mace from Peoples. 24, Caden Perot from Woodstock. 30 is Ryan Sheehan from BFA Fairfax. 32 is Keeson Blood from Blue Mountain. 34 is Hunter Clay from Thetford. 40 is Dylan Vance from Thetford. 42 is Dempsey McGovern from Thetford. 44 is Jarek Jacobs from Richford. 50 is Shane Fontanella from Randolph. 52 is Chris Breaker from Winooski. And 54 is Spencer Gibo from Virgins. And in this group, Andrew Yonkis is a special player, can really get to the rim and shoot it. And then Dylan Vance has been one of my favorite players over the last 4 years from Thetford. Just plays with a ton of intensity and really gets after it on the boards.
Sid Sweet will coach that club along with Caleb Sweet, yes, and Jared Jacobs, too, from Richford. 1,555 points. And you mentioned John Kuss. How about a cool 1,725? Yeah. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, it is. And he's not just a scorer. He can defend and handle the ball as well, too.
So that'll be interesting. Looks like the South has a little bit more height there. We'll see how it goes. Want to thank our advertisers, the Medical Center, and that is the Medical Center from Northwestern, JV Embroidery, Vermont Smoke and Cure, Capital City Buick GMC, Main Street Graphics, Rutland Regional Medical Center, Danville High School, Grace Christian School, along with Buffalo Mountain Power Sports. I want to thank each and every one of those outstanding advertisers for their commitment to today's contest. And again, I always like to pat the officials on the back. Why? Because they're taking time out of their vacation time after doing 100 games this year and donating the time for the good cause here. I appreciate them very much. And so the starting lineup's getting out there. Starting lineups don't mean a whole lot because you rotate every 6 minutes or so in these contests, and it turns out that everybody plays about the same amount of minutes over the course of the day.
Yeah, that's why you might see the referees stop it at a weird time just to make sure everybody does play about the same amount.
Absolutely, and that makes it a nice situation, too, for the North team. They're full roster at 15. South has 14 here, not a big differential. And I see some size actually coming in for Team Gold. We talked about that previously. Xander Clark at 6'5", he dunked about 10 times in the warm-up, so if he didn't lose his legs, he's a leaper.
Yes, he is.
And number 34, too, Jordan Cole from Proctor, is in that same mode, a little bit shorter, but still has the springs, along with Donovan Craven. He's 6'3.5" from White River Junction, so they should be entertaining players if they can get a breakaway or two here. This is the game 2 of the 4-game set here on NSN Sports. And this is a Division 3 and 4 boys contest, starting right on time, a little early maybe. And a couple of injuries along the way, too, as you mentioned, Billy. That makes it tough. Can't get your last game in.
Yeah, 50 Carson Clark here with Spirit, but not able to play.
And we're going to honor the greatest country on earth That's the United States of America from Windsor, Vermont here during the Vermont Coaches Association Classic here, and we'll pause and honor America from Windsor, Vermont.
The Northeast Sports Network. World-class productions. State-of-the-art equipment. Production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond.
Watching your favorite team just got easier. All of the great NSN content, including live video streams, all just a click away when you download the NSN app.
Limelight Restoration Services Incorporated is family-owned and operated, proudly serving the Northeast Kingdom and beyond with 24/7 emergency services from structural damage to fire, water, or mold to your home or business. Call for help at 802-754-2353 to find out more about their emergency services and an array of unique services online at limelightrestoration.com.
The NSN app is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search NSN Sports in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere.
Make space for precision, for perfection, for abundance of natural light. Make space for innovation, for illumination, for the most expansive views. Make space for trust, for efficiency.
Back here at Windsor, the birthplace of Vermont. If you want to go back to 1777, that's where it all started here. And today, a great crowd on hand as usual. Billy, you've been handling a lot of the legwork down here for a lot of years. It never grows old. It's exciting for the parents, exciting for the kids. I particularly like the factor that kids that you've elbowed for the last 4 years, you get to be their teammate for a day. I like that.
Oh, it's amazing. I've been lucky enough to coach this, a half dozen times, and what you see is kids that have defended each other all year, and then they look at each other and they realize that they're very similar and work as teammates in their final game.
No doubt about it. We had a lot of awards over the course of the day. Outstanding freshman class for Division 4, Peter Gay from West Rutland, Braden Brown from Twin Valley, Nick Vassity from Williamstown, Tage Stewart from Twinfield Cabot, Chase Razanowski from Proctor, Nate Dwyer from Pulteney, Sebastian Eldred Danville, Eli Russell from Twinfield Cabot, and that's the Division 4 grouping. We'll give you the Division 3 momentarily. A lot of awards going out along the way, too, and milestones along the way. Barry Emerson hitting 100 wins, Tanya McCauley 100, and Carl Tarani 400. And I'll bet he did that in the last few years. He's racked up quite a few of that total.
When you only have one loss maybe on the year, you get a lot of wins quickly.
Tremendous. That'll be controlled off the tip by the team in gold. They'll get it first here. We expect a wide-open contest. It is basically an all-star game. They will play man-to-man. And I look down this roster for green. I see 3 kids for Thetford. How good they've been the last couple of years, Billy?
Oh, they've been tremendous in back-to-back championships, and they're always in the thick of things. Their coach, Jason Gray, always has them ready come tournament time. They've been fun to watch.
And they played Hazen twice in a row. Last year, a real tight game. This year, not quite as tight.
No, but another great program, though.
Yes, absolutely. Aaron's done a great job. Plays up every year. We had the pleasure of doing 4 of their games this year. One of the best ones of the year is they knocked off North Country by a single point down in Hazen. So they're always entertaining, and he's got the bulk of his club back for Aaron next year. So he should be loaded.
I believe they'll be pretty dangerous next year, for sure.
Over the top, clear now. Green pushing it over the timeline. They'll slow it down a hair or two there with number 44, Jacobs, at the controls, and now they'll spread it out on the outside. And we talked about a shot clock earlier today. The boys won't need it in this game. They shoot about every 8 or 9 seconds, don't they, Billy?
They do. I mean, games like this, you don't need it, but I certainly saw some games this year where you could question whether or not we need it. I just know when it comes to 2 things that hinder Vermont from getting it, the expense, especially for the smaller schools.
What would be that expense, Billy?
So the actual clock, and then actually finding another, because you can't have somebody do the regular clock and do the shot clock at the same time.
Okay.
So you got to pay a second person. And I've been able to go to sometimes the New York playoffs because I live pretty close to that border. And I got to be honest, the one thing that would worry me, and this happens in New York, there's constant malfunctions with people not properly, hitting the button on and off. So, like their playoff games, sometimes the last couple minutes, you might see 4 or 5 stoppages, and that just really. I mean, in New York, they're a little used to it, but I think we'd have a hard time getting used to those many stoppages for did it actually touch the rim or not.
Yeah, so just clarification there. Home team apparently is the gold team. This one, we're trying to figure that out because they had the green and the gold. Still, the North is still green, but the home team is actually South team. So Ryan noticing that, he is correct on that. So that's a 6-2 game now. And it started off with a long bomb by Crane. He plays for Windsor. He's probably pretty comfortable shooting in this gym, isn't he?
I'm sure. And we just barely saw a drive by Jacobs, and that's what he's known for, is speed and getting to the rim. Very quick kid.
This, of course, is a unique facility here. You have almost the stadium-type seating. Billy and I are in the top corner of the upper deck, if you will. Holds about 800 people. And I like the fact you can stand up underneath the baskets, too, along the way. Great viewing lines all the way around. Even though we're in this corner, that one will drop at the end of it. Nice finish by Swisher from Green Mountain in contested. And just a good place to watch basketball from. Back out front now, long ball. That's not going to go. Squirts off to the right side, cleared by Gold, and now they'll steadily come up court. And you find in these games, you've done a lot of them, so you know Billy better than I do. You don't use a lot of timeouts. The officials tend to let the kids play as much as they possibly can. It makes for a good pace over the course of the day.
Absolutely. You're going to see kids get up and down, and you're not going to see like the typical hand checks that you might see. There's going to be a little bit of physicality, but the kids at this level that are playing this well, they know how to use space to their advantage.
Absolutely. That's a good board inside. One of the big fellas there. That's Peyton Book from Pulteney at 6'2", but jumps like he's 6'4". 6'5".
I noticed Spencer Gibo from Virgins covering him, and that's going to be a battle because both those kids can really defend and get up and rebound.
Long ball from that wing. That'll go off the glass, bounce around, picked up. Green has it now, looking to break out. 3-on-2 developing, left-hand finish, and that's good for 2.
Jacobs finishing at the rim from Richford.
And with 1,555 points, he knows how to finish, doesn't he, Billy?
Oh, he absolutely does. They're going to miss him in that program for sure.
Northwestern Medical Center offers physical therapy, athletic training, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. We're committed to expediting your recovery and getting you back to enjoying life. NMC treats people of all ages and whatever activity you choose. We can help you to have better movement for a better life. JV Embroidery. That's a local screen printing and embroidery company in Charlotte. Custom apparel for your business, sports team, and other functions. Now offering laser engraved tumblers, water bottles, and coasters. Mention this ad with your first order and receive a free customized tumbler with that order. And from our smokehouse in Heinsberg to your game day. Vermont Smoke and Cure, handcrafts, premium, slow-cooked meats, snacks for all those go-in that matters. Find us online or in a store near you. Fuel your game your way. So a couple quick baskets by Team in Gold. They've broken to a 12-4 lead, Billy.
Yeah, Jordan Cole had a nice little turnaround, and Peyton Book used a half hook. That you don't always see that kind of shot anymore, but he finished with a good one.
Well, that one thing about that shot is you can always get that shot off.
That's right.
No matter the D. I mean, you don't block a hook very often. The baby hook was used there with efficiency, and it's 12-6 now. Pace is good early on here. Some of the kids, I'm sure, Billy, they probably came back to you when your coach is like, Coach, I was just getting lathered up, and I only get a 6-minute run. Good drive.
You would think that, but they also, if you take a couple weeks off and you haven't been in the playoffs for a while, you're sucking wind after your 6 minutes.
Nobody should follow shape that. I mean, somebody my age should, but nobody else, the kids shouldn't at that age. But regardless, I hear what you're saying. Good drive the other way. This is wide open, 14-8, and that's good foot speed over there by McGovern. He's from Thetford, one of the big 3 seniors that carried this club to the state title, and he's quick off the ball.
He is. And before that, you saw Bailey from Williamstown have a similar type of move. They both did a good job getting to the basket.
Rebound cleared on the air ball, looking to push. Gold getting back. They'll pull up for the long J. That'll be short. Followed the rebound. Great pass inside, then blocked at the post. They kick it outside. Long ball. That misses everything, and that's going to ride out of bounds. That'll be Gold ball.
Peyton Book has done a little everything. He's scoring buckets and he's defending at the rim.
Capital City Buick GMC Offers a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Our team provides exceptional customer service and expert maintenance. Visit us today for a seamless car buying experience. Get the big deal at Capital City Buick GMC. That's in Berlin, Vermont. And looking to make a statement with your sports team, business, or personal branding? There's one place in Vermont that's known for delivering top-notch services with a personal touch. Main Street Graphics in St. Albans, skilled in screen printing, embroidery, vinyl signs, and banners. Quality prints, exceptional service. Big carom inside. We got a fresh 10 out on the court. How did, when you were coach there, you had one night's practice, I believe, Billy, and you put your pairings together. Was that a tough job, or you just try to balance size and speed, or what's the formula for getting the kids to play together?
I did try to balance some size. It feels like most of the kids were quick, so that wasn't so much a concern. But what you usually saw with these kids was you saw that, like, you might have 2 or 3 teammates, so you put them together with, like, 2 more kids to play a similar style. That's what I would try to do.
Jonkus right there making a patented move. He switched from the left to the right, went off the window for 2. He's done that for Danville fans for 4 years, Billy.
Yeah, very good player. Like I said, get to the basket and can shoot from the outside.
And I think with that young kid, we saw a lot of games with him. We cover a lot of Danville games. He's quicker than he looks. He's quick.
Yeah.
And he may look that way, but until you get into game speed, I've seen him blow right by kids all the last few years.
You talk about a lot of kids with their first step. To me, with him, it's a second and third step. It's like he idles up to that speed, and then he's by you.
And then he hits full blast,
yeah.
and that was an example right there. And if you're not used to seeing him, the speed is hard to navigate. That'll be a steal inside. Good job by Chris Baker. Chris had a block a minute or so ago. He's 6'3" with three-point range, too. Pretty complete player, and another good Winooski product. They've had some good kids out of there lately.
He was, and on that team, he was a rim protector, and he's also a pretty good passer. Definitely deserves to be in a game like this.
10:20 to go in the first half. We're in game 2. We're going to give you 4 of them today on NSN Sports. Pull-away, fall-away jumper. That's a pretty shot for a big man. Xander Clark knocking it down from 15. 16-10 early on. Stop and go. Jonkus, there's a speed against, but they pin him underneath. There's one way to stop him, Billy.
Yeah, rim protectors like you have today are going to be used well.
Coast to coast, and that's good for 2. Number 32 making it work on that side. Braden Russ, he's a 6-footer, and he's got that extra gear.
That was one of the kids I talked about at the beginning that you want to watch because he can do it on both ends of the court. He blocked the shot and then finished with a driving layup.
Wing shot from 20. No good. Back iron. Gets off his feet for the rebound. Now pushing. Stop and go. Trailer has it now. Outside. Long ball once more. That's good again. Shooting with confidence is Xander Clark. And he can obviously dunk. We saw that quite a bit. But as a perimeter player, solid too. Long ball now for Green. That's going to go. It's a shootout early. That's great range over there. Some of these kids are spotting up with total confidence, and that was the case on that last 3 ball. Knocked in by number 32 on that side. Carson Blood from Blue Mountain. And 2 points again for Gold. This is back-to-back.
Xander Clark showing some nice skill with a one-handed push shot from the baseline.
So he's off to a heck of a start. Blood inside. Wild shot.
Wow.
And it goes.
That's a showstopper.
Threw that up off balance. He's rugged. Didn't get knocked off by the contact. And got a little luck from the basketball gods, too, as well.
Seeing Case and Blood play makes me feel old. There's at least a half dozen kids that my first year coaching, I coached against their dads.
Jonkus comes back the other way. They make 2 passes inside the paint. Put it up. That's blocked again. Clark tries to come up with it, and he's tied up by number 32, Russ. And that'll be frozen, and the out-of-bounds arrow will favor the team in green, who trails by 8 early.
So not to date either of us, but do you ever miss the days when they jumped those up instead of just going the possession? Yeah.
That took a lot of time, didn't it, Billy?
Yes, it did. It did.
Inside power, that'll be good for 2. That's Chris Baker. He gets that close to the rim, he's hard to stop. At 6'3", bomb put up by Gold. And that's a deep one. Man, this club has got range. That's Mikic from Grace Christian. Man, that's a good-looking shot. He'll drop it off the other way. Baker says, I'll take it to the hole.
That was a good drive, though.
Won't quite finish there. Good step. And he's a big man to be having that good of feet inside. Good pass the other way. Xander Clark finishes again. He's having a big quarter.
Yeah, he's playing well.
28-17. They've opened up an 11-point lead early on. Jonkus from deep. That is within his range, too, I should clarify. It might look like a long shot for some people. He blocks that one. Good recovery. Got a little away with a little bumping, and then got back defensively and pinned the J from the corner.
Mikic had a nice behind-the-back pass. I thought it was going to end in the layup.
Inside fake. Blood goes in against 3 people. Hustles. He's rugged, and he comes up with a loose ball. And now he'll set their offense once more. Decides to shoot it. Here comes Gold, pushing it. 2-on-2 developing. Stop and go from outside the 3-point arc. Good footwork. Gets a screen baseline. Then coughs it up. Finds
nice
the
pass.
big man inside in traffic, and he's fouled.
Very unselfish right there.
Blood decided to take on the 6'4" big man, and that'll be a 2-shot situation for the team in Gold. This game is brought to you in part by your friends at Rutland Regional Medical Center, Vermont's largest community hospital. Consider a job in healthcare for a career worth every minute. Search jobs at rrmccareers.org. The Danville Bear community would like to congratulate senior Andrew Jonkus on being selected to play in today's senior all-star game. We'd also like to congratulate Sebastian Eldred for being named to the outstanding underclassmen list as well. Jonkus inside, right on cue, and scores. He's by you before you can brace for him.
In a split second.
28-19. Gold's had enough firepower, so it hasn't bothered him. That's in and out. Cleared on the other side. Number 30 pushing now. Ryan Sheehan, he's from BFA Fairfax. Kid who plays bigger than he is, and he drills that left-handed J from 25. He's only 5'10". He looks bigger, plays bigger, and he's got perimeter game, too.
Yeah, and he's got that side-winding shot, but he's pretty accurate with it.
28-22. Long ball from the other end. Nobody shy about jacking 3 balls in this game, Billy.
You're going to see plenty of three-pointers by the time this whole day's over. There's another one.
And that's going to go, too. So if you wonder how a 1,700 score plays, well, you're seeing it in the last couple possessions.
Absolutely.
Inside and out. That's an offensive.
And there's the defense he's capable of playing as well.
Well done. He's got a big smile on his face. Took quite a wallop in an all-star game for that.
Jason Brigham would be pretty proud of him, though.
Yeah, absolutely. At Grace Christian School, you get a deeply committed, caring staff, a commitment to excellence, family atmosphere, and more. Grace Christian School inspires students from birth through 12th grade. Come see the Grace difference. Long ball, that's out the other way. We're going to get another substitution. Buffalo Mountain Power Sports, that's an authorized dealer of Arctic Cat snowmobiles, ATVs, side-by-sides, as well as Argo and Hisson ATVs and side-by-sides. Servicing all makes and models of snowmobiles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and bikes. Your one-stop shop for new and used inventory. Parts, gear, and accessories. That's located in Hardwick, Vermont. We're glad to have them along with everybody else. Great job by Matt Corder and Kevin Trask and the boys in advertising. Setting up this game. A lot of good community-mounted businesses, and we have a fresh 10 on the court. Full of energy and ready to make a mark here with the last 5:45 to go in the first half. It's 28-25, and the team in green has trailed throughout, but they're close now. Long Karam, inside power, in traffic, puts it up. Second shot, no good. Clears on the other side. Good hustle, though, by Caden Perrell, but they couldn't quite finish it inside. Long ball, wing, nothing there, and that'll be out of bounds off to Green. We've seen many games over the years, Billy, like I know at CVU, games you and I did, end up 20-2 early, and all of a sudden you got a 61-60 game.
Oh, yeah.
Half an hour later.
A different five are in, and it sometimes takes people to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
That's beautiful give and go there. 22
yeah.
to number 12. Finishing is Tanner Crane, but the pass by Eli Albee was the key. Back out front now. Into the paint. They give it up. The land of the Giants. Giving up a lot of help there. Fall away. 10-footer, no good. And here's the push again from Gold.
Through his legs.
Into the corner and makes it work. That's a highlight film, but only if the kid makes it, right?
That's true.
And he did.
Mekic is showing off all his ball handling skills today. Nice pass.
Good job there. Inside looks to turn right into the defense. Good side pass, though, and that results in a missed shot inside. 8-point game again for Team Gold. Turn, didn't look at the hoop, and nails it. That's a good shooter right there.
Of course he does. I mean, Tanner Crane shot that, and it's his own gym, so he knows exactly where his footwork needs to be.
Never looked at the rim until he released, and he felt comfortable. and the results were excellent. Back out front now. Defense.
Good hands by
224s.
Caden Perot.
And now bomb, and I mean deep. Long carom, bounced around. Green has it. They'll pitch it out, and they'll push now with Jordan Cole. From Proctor. Inside dish. Beautiful pass there, and the lefty finishes. The lefty is Craven. At 6'3", a good man with a lefty finish in the paint. Another long ball. That's going to work. I think he shot it that way on purpose, too.
He might have. We certainly won't take it off the board.
No, Crane delivering from deep. Long ball coming back the other way. No good. Good board. Now they'll push again. Swisher with that. Starts it. And now they break out inside. Good dish. Wide open. Not going to go. Too wide open, Bill.
A little too strong on that one.
A little over 3 minutes to go here in this first half of game number 2. Long ball, that's going to go. That's number 20 that time.
That's
Moodie.
Brendan Moodie from Hazen. He's made many of those over the years.
He has. He's been a very good player, and I think about the only senior on the Hazen ball club.
It was. They'll be back at it again next year, and I'm sure we'll be knocking on Barry's door again.
That seems to be a regular move for them over the course of time anyway. A little under 3 minutes to go in the first half. 39-30 we've got for a score at this point. And now they'll swing it outside. Look at the long ball. Fake inside. Puts it up. Lob would not go. But they'll get the ball back in a hurry. We talked about the height that Gold has. At times it's showing.
Yeah, I would definitely, from what I've witnessed so far, it looks like Gold has a little more height and Green has a little more speed.
2:40 some change to go in the first half. Good pace set up here. We started a little bit early. And they have a lot going on between games as far as awards, and they do a great job of making sure they get a lot of people involved. I particularly like the underclassmen scenario when they start doing that. And that is great to see the kids that are still going to be in high school that are going to be filling up your score sheets here the next few years all over across the Green Mountain State. And then after today, I guess it's, 2 weeks till baseball and softball can start practice? Or is it sooner than that?
No, they'll be starting Monday. Pitchers and catchers could go this week.
Okay.
But I'd venture to guess there's a few teams that will be in the gym for a while, not outdoors. Fields are wet still.
Going back the other way with a 3-ball. That's Hunter Clay from Thetford. Keeping things within striking distance. Dribbling into traffic. Still going, though. He's quick. We're talking about number 34. Jordan Cole, 6'2" from Proctor. The seasons turn out fast, and about a week ago I thought we were going to be into it early, and then yesterday morning I had 4 inches of snow up at Willoughby Lake, so we are not out of winter yet, I guess, Billy. It was cold this morning, too.
It's that's Vermont for you, though.
Steal.
Oh, nice steal.
Green breaking out. They got a 3-on-2 developing, made the good pass the other way, and they missed the chance inside twice, 3 times.
Caleb Merrill made a great pass.
They got it back on the outside. They're going to get a 4th opportunity offensively.
Well, maybe Merrill will get rewarded with that 3.
He does.
Yeah.
That's a good sequence for them.
It was.
And they draw within 6 now. 1:20 to go in the first half. On the perimeter, very few stoppages in play. Some contact. That is allowed, and they'll throw that one away.
He had a teammate wide open, but unfortunately he was on the bench.
42-36 here. Now in the backcourt will come up number 50 for the team in green. Shea on Taylor and knocks down another there. Their club do. And now they're down 3. They were down 11 just a minute ago. Good response.
Moody's knocked down some deep ones already.
Almost stolen. Almost stolen again. And that'll be backcourt, so they get the turnover regardless with 44 ticks on the clock. Good tenacious defense, this Green club.
Oh, here comes another one for Moody.
Let's that go.
Out of bounds.
And they say we did not signal you in, it looks like. Easy, fellas.
Try to inbound it before the ref touched it.
She's a solid official.
Yeah, she is.
Over the course of the year.
So Gabby Ciccio, she's so solid, she's going to be named the official of the year for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That says a lot. And she's done a great job and has done a solid job, as they all have that have showed up today. Try to go coast to coast, almost a travel, throws it in softly, not going to roll in. 30 seconds to go. Chance for Green to tie after being down as many as 11. Soft shot, and that's a pretty one off that angle. A terrible angle, actually, huh?
Very pretty play, though.
And finished it with style. And that's Dylan Vance from
It's a
Thetford.
1 point game.
That's what we like to see. Back out front now. 14 ticks on the clock. They take a look at the clock. No problem finding it here in Windsor because there's one at each end zone. Our angle's not the greatest for it. Long ball. But going to be short. 3 seconds to go. They're going to let it go from 50. Gets
Might
it
be
off. And not quite. Almost worked. 42-41 at the half. And we got a good one going here. We'll be back after these messages.
The Northeast Sports Network. World-class productions. State-of-the-art equipment. Production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond.
Watching your favorite team just got easier. All of the great NSN content, including live video streams, all just a click away when you download the NSN app.
Limelight Restoration Services Incorporated is family-owned and operated, proudly serving the Northeast Kingdom and beyond with 24/7 emergency services from structural damage to fire, water, or mold to your home or business. Call for help at 802-754-2353 to find out more about their emergency services and an array of unique services online at limelightrestoration.com.
The NSN app is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search NSN Sports in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere.
Make space for precision, for perfection, for abundance of natural light. Make space for innovation, for illumination, for the most expansive views. Make space for trust, for efficiency, and a job well done. Make space for life. We partner with Marvin to bring you the highest quality windows and doors so you can make space for what matters.
The Northeast Sports Network. World-class productions. State-of-the-art equipment. Production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond. The Northeast Sports Network. World-class productions. State-of-the-art equipment. Production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond.
Watching your favorite team just got easier. All of the great NSN content, including live video streams, all just a click away when you download the NSN app.
Limelight Restoration Services Incorporated is family-owned and operated, proudly serving the Northeast Kingdom and beyond with 24/7 emergency services from structural damage to fire, water, or mold to your home or business. Call for help at 802-754-2353 to find out more about their emergency services and an array of unique services online at limelightrestoration.com.
The NSN app is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search NSN Sports in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere.
Make space for precision, for perfection, for abundance of natural light. Make space for innovation, for illumination, for the most expansive views. Make space for trust, for efficiency, and a job well done. Make space for life. We partner with Marvin to bring you the highest quality windows and doors so you can make space for what matters.
The Northeast Sports Network. World-class productions. State-of-the-art equipment. Production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond. The Northeast Sports Network, world-class productions, state-of-the-art equipment, production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond.
Watching your favorite team just got easier. All of the great NSN content, including live video streams, all just a click away when you download the NSN app.
Limelight Restoration Services Incorporated is family-owned and operated, proudly serving the Northeast Kingdom and beyond with 24/7 emergency services from structural damage to fire, water, or mold to your home or business. Call for help at 802-754-2353 to find out more about their emergency services and an array of unique services online at limelightrestoration.com.
The NSN app is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search NSN Sports in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere.
Make space for precision, for perfection, for abundance of natural light. Make space for innovation, for illumination, for the most expansive views. Make space for trust, for efficiency, and a job well done. Make space for life. We partner with Marvin to bring you the highest quality windows and doors so you can make space for what matters.
The Northeast Sports Network, world-class productions, state-of-the-art equipment, production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond. The Northeast Sports Network, world-class productions, state-of-the-art equipment, production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond.
Watching your favorite team just got easier. All of the great NSN content, including live video streams, all just a click away when you download the NSN app.
Limelight Restoration Services Incorporated is family-owned and operated, proudly serving the Northeast Kingdom and beyond with 24/7 emergency services from structural damage to fire, water, or mold to your home or business. Call for help at 802-754-2353 to find out more about their emergency services and an array of unique services online at limelightrestoration.com.
The NSN app is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search NSN Sports in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere.
Make space for precision, for perfection, for abundance of natural light. Make space for innovation, for illumination, for the most expansive views. Make space for trust, for efficiency, and a job well done. Make space for life. We partner with Marvin to bring you the highest quality windows and doors so you can make space for what matters.
The Northeast Sports Network, world-class productions, state-of-the-art equipment, production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond. The Northeast Sports Network, world-class productions, state-of-the-art equipment, production capabilities for events of any size, anywhere. Our high-definition broadcasts have wowed our fans around the globe. Give your event the coverage it deserves. Give your fans the best. Contact NSN, pioneering live sports coverage in New England and beyond.
Watching your favorite team just got easier. All of the great NSN content, including live video streams, all just a click away when you download the NSN app.
Limelight Restoration Services Incorporated is family-owned and operated, proudly serving the Northeast Kingdom and beyond with 24/7 emergency services from structural damage to fire, water, or mold to your home or business. Call for help at 802-754-2353 to find out more about their emergency services and an array of unique services online at limelightrestoration.com.
The NSN app is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. Search NSN Sports in the App Store or Google Play and start enjoying NSN at the touch of a button from anywhere.
Make space for precision, for perfection, for abundance of natural light. Make space for innovation, for illumination, for the most expansive views.
Ken Wells back here at Windsor, 42-41. It's a tight one here. The South team leading by 1 point along the way. I want to thank some of the advertisers that make things roll here for us. Northwestern Medical Center offers physical therapy, athletic training, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. We're committed to expediting your recovery and getting you back to enjoying life. NMC treats people of all ages, and whatever activity you choose, we can help you to have a better movement for a better life. JV Embroidery. That's a local screen printing and embroidery company in Charlotte. Custom apparel for your business, sports team, and any other function. Now offering laser engraved tumblers, water bottles, and coasters. Mention this ad with your first order and receive a free customized tumbler with your order. From our smokehouse in Heinsberg to your game day, Vermont Smoke and Cure handcrafts premium slow-cooked meat snacks for those who go all in on what matters. Find us online or in a store near you. Fuel your game. Find your way. Capital City Buick GMC offers a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Our team provides exceptional customer service and expert maintenance. Visit us today for a seamless car buying experience. Get the big deal at Capital City Buick GMC in Berlin, Vermont. Looking to make a statement with your sports team, your business, or personal branding? There's one place in Vermont that's known for delivering top-notch services with a personal touch. Main Street Graphics in St. Albans, skilled in screen printing, embroidery, vinyl signs, and banners, quality prints, exceptional service. This game is also brought to you in part by your friends at Rutland Regional Medical Center, Vermont's largest community hospital. Consider a job in healthcare for a career worth every minute. Search jobs at rrmccareers.org. The Danville Bear community would like to congratulate senior Andrew Jonkus on being selected to play in today's senior all-star game. We'd also like to congratulate Sebastian Eldred for being named the outstanding underclassman at Grace Christian School. You get a deeply committed, caring staff, a commitment to excellence, a family atmosphere, and more. Grace Christian School inspires students from birth through 12th grade. Come see the Grace difference. And Buffalo Mountain Power Sports. That's an authorized dealer of Arctic Cat snowmobiles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, as well as Argo and Hisson ATVs and side-by-sides. Servicing all makes and models of snowmobiles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and bikes. Your one-stop shop for new and used inventory, parts, gear, and accessories. That's located in Hardwick, Vermont. Buffalo Mountain Power Sports. And, Billy, this game tightened up nicely as we got through the late first half.
Yeah, and that was a nice drive by Shaden Fontanella. Randolph, he finished on the other side of the rim.
And the guests now leading by a single digit. A lot of awards handed out during the half. We also wanted to mention the outstanding Division III underclassmen include Jack Lafayette from People's Academy, Eli Messier from Randolph, Elvis the Valley from Woodstock, along with Hussein Muhammad from Winooski, Sullivan LaFlamme from Hazen, Riker Moshauer from Virgins. Is that correct on that pronunciation?
Correct, yep.
Bobby Gendron from Richford, and Jaden Bazin from Bellows Falls. Good player there. And all of them are, and they'll be kids we can look at for the next few years, Billy.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in that group that you just mentioned.
So 47-46, 15-52 in this contest. Don't forget, we've got two more coming up. We got the Division I and 2 girls. We'll come up at 3. That's Stolden. Here comes Green. 2-on-1. Beautiful pass at the end off the window. and it drops. Good finish and a great delivery pass to him.
Yeah, Evan Bailey really did a good job finishing right there.
There's some blood involved with that, too, and it was an 11-point game. Things have changed. There's your three-point shooting winner right there. Wyatt Caldwell got hot at the right time, didn't he?
He did.
Nice job for that young man.
4 in a row in the overtime session of that.
That kind of sealed that. Long ball, no good. Good. Karam inside. Now turns, blocked partially, will cough it up to a teammate. And now he'll dribble out of the corner, fall away, not going to go. But Green will get it again. Trying to power inside. That's blocked. And that's number 44, Xander Clark, with that big wingspan, swatting the ball away.
He's really shown well today, hasn't he?
Yeah, great. He's shown his 3 balls. He's shown his inside moves. And now shot rejection. Complete player, that youngster. And probably going to get bigger. It looks like his framework at 6'4" already is going to settle into a bigger guy than he already is.
Yeah, it's too bad he didn't have another year or two of high school.
You take those talents to the next level somewhere, perhaps. Long ball, that's going to go. Fall away 3 ball. A shot that was probably unheard of 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And
That's one
nailed
that
it.
your coach did not want you to shoot in this day and age. It gets shot all the time.
It's the norm, isn't it? I still think it's a travel in the NBA when they drop back 2 steps, though, that behind that arc. How do you see that, Billy?
It is.
It's so close, isn't it?
I went to a referee clinic at the beginning of the year where the ref said that they were going to call that in Vermont because that is a travel.
Okay.
But I still saw it not called an awful lot, to be honest.
I realize the NBA has a different set of rules. I think that's been pretty clear over the decades.
Yeah.
But certainly a huge basketball weekend. How you doing on your picks so far? Because I know you must have got involved.
So I've been terrible the last couple of years, but right now, when I came today, I think I'd only lost 3 games, so I'm doing pretty well.
Oh, that's
so
outstanding.
Yeah.
I'm 25-7 after the first 2 nights. I had a real good last night, and then I'm actually 14-2 in the girls bracket, ladies bracket.
I didn't do a girls bracket this year because I couldn't find one. That other people were doing, but I actually enjoy the girls bracket more than the boys most years.
Well, you know, the thing is, we're there, and I talked to a few people. We had one at the State House in Montpelier.
Yeah.
The girls bracket, the favorites generally win.
Yeah.
The boys,
It's
the
all over the
men's,
place.
forget it.
Yeah.
It's all over. And the one that cost me the most, Billy, and you probably get it right. I got it wrong. I took Clemson for 2 rounds. That hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt me. Did you take Clemson? You must have.
For 1 round, and that was one of my 3 losses, so I got fortunate there. I didn't take it for 2.
Yeah.
I actually had Purdue winning in that second round.
Yeah, that knocked me out 2 because I expected them to win 2. So you can start the next round with another loss right there. So I've got 7, and I don't think you can get really more than 10 and have a chance of winning this. There's about 180 of us in it in Montpelier, and unless you go 54-10, forget it.
I got fortunate because every team that I had in the second round, I could still get a win. The one that I thought I should have picked differently was Memphis. I actually crossed it out and still took them, and that cost me. Otherwise, I'd even have only 2 losses.
Yeah, I got that one wrong, of course, too. So we got a ways to go. It'll be interesting. That'll be the first thing I do when I get home today. Say, how'd we do in the 8 games today?
Yeah, me too.
As far as that goes. And then the ladies, a big, busy day for them. They got 16 games, I believe, today. Coming off the wing, inside, a little fancy at the end. Might have been able to just power in there and put it in. Clark decided to move around, but he gets it back. He scores anyway.
Oh, good.
Persistence.
Good stick-to-itiveness.
And he was able to come back and finish that field goal, closing his club to within 1. Stop and go there. Tipped away. And that's picked up by Clark. Clark all over the place here now at both ends of the court. He's had a good run in this contest. Showed us a lot of his varied game, long ball. And that'll be an easy rebound for Green, and they'll go look to try and compile that 1-point lead. Pull up. Lets it rip. That goes.
Oh, nice shot.
Shot that with confidence. That's Shea Fontanella from Randolph, 5'10". Good quick release, huh?
It was, and he shot it with utmost confidence, that's for sure.
Clark to the corner. Deep corner. Not going to go. That's an air ball, in fact. Green pushing. Green trying to show their speed off the wing. Goes to the window. No good. Tipped around. Cleared by Clark again. He's definitely stuffing the stats today, that number 44. Going to be a change right off. Long ball off balance, and it goes. That's a high degree of difficulty for Jordan Cole. And that makes it 55-54, and that'll be another changeover with 12 minutes to go. They've got it. They try to let the sequence finish if they can, but 12 right on the nose here.
That's why you sometimes see, like, I think the clock operator stopped the clock and waited for that possession to end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, he's really been fair, isn't he?
Yeah, that Xander Clark was enjoyable to watch in his 2 sessions out there.
Yeah, he's been very good. He's probably been the best player on the court at this juncture of the contest. We have no official winner, but game 1, Sophia Rockford, we gave her our player of the game, and Billy said that was a good pick, so we're sticking with that one. And certainly in the clubhouse, we'd say that Mr. Clark has a good chance. Yellow breaking out with speed. Trailer catches up to him. They'll kick it out deep, and they'll work it off that edge. Fall away, 16 feet, no good. Battle for it inside. Johnkus gets a piece of it, and that's going to be green ball. 11:30 to go. The bigger kids will come out. The bigger schools, I should say, will come out here. As the 1 and 2 girls will go at it next. We're going to get Sarah Roy in here, along with one of her outstanding players, a young lady who will, Addie Nelson, will have to be a leader for that North Country club. That's a very young Falcon team. And I guess it's not the final decision's not being made, but Spalding and North Country may be catapulted up to Division 1. That's what I'm hearing, Billy. What's getting an insider on us?
I think they're going to still be in Division 2, but I don't know that for sure yet.
And would that be a Division 2 schedule and then go to the playoffs in Division 1, or how does that work?
Well,
Billy?
their schedule's already done, so their schedule's their schedule.
Okay.
It would just be
whether they go to the 1 or the 2 bracket.
Yeah,
okay.
Correct.
And then the year after, you can change leagues or whatever and change the schedule up.
So,
is that correct?
So they're off kilter a little bit. So you get to change each of them every 2 years,
yes.
but they're not in the same year, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so
it does.
We're about to start our 2-year schedule where that doesn't change for 2 years, but in the fall they'll talk about the leagues again. I mean the actual divisions again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
So basically, hypothetically, if North Country and Spalding moved up, their schedule's in place for 2 more years.
Correct.
Even if they go to Division 1 playoffs.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about as clear as you can get it. Well done. And it's just the off year there that throws the confusion into it.
Yeah.
57 with 10:52 to go in the second half of this contest.
I just noticed Reese Paquette from Virgins out there, a very scrappy player, had a good 4-year career with the Virgins, number 10.
And you've been there how long, Billy? You're still there, of
18th
course.
year.
18. So it's
Yeah.
been a good run for you.
Yeah.
With other long stints along the state, too. Cabot for sure.
Yeah, and then I also coached soccer at Hazen for 6 years.
Okay. That's a pretty good resume you're
Yeah.
building there, Billy.
Thank you.
Inside of the paint now. That'll be coughed away. Now they'll push it outside.
Oh, good finish.
Oh,
Good
beautiful
finish.
drive. That's Johnkus again. Oh, he does that so well. He's ambidextrous, and he goes to the thing they teach you way back in grade school. Go to the rim hard, but finish soft.
Yeah.
He's got a soft finish.
He does.
Gets a lot of rolls, and that's just not luck. That's by design as he puts the ball up on that cylinder softly and gets a lot of nice positive rolls. Good job by the defender behind knocking the ball away. Yellow charging up with it quickly. They're leading by 4, looking to stretch it out to 7, and they do.
That's Mikic again with the three-pointer from Grace Christian.
Mikic with good skill set. Johnkus, no good, off the back iron. Cleared inside. Yellow starting to go, and it was this group of kids that stretched out that lead, I believe, Billy.
I believe you're right.
And then the next grouping, Green had the superior 6-minute run. So this group out for gold right now has done as good a job as any of them for their club. Outside wide, Chris Baker gives it up, sets the screen. Johnkus goes all the way. Thought he was hit. You're not going to get that foul today.
No, and you got gold with a 5-on-4, but now we got Yonkis out ahead of the pack.
He's like,
Will they
hey,
see him?
I'm still open.
Oh, good hustle from behind.
Good job by Yellow.
Yeah.
They've done that several times coming up behind
Braden
the play.
Russ has played well, too.
We talked about some of the awards earlier. Mona Garone, appropriately enough, went to Oxbow, which, of course, where she developed her legendary career. Johnkus off a little bit. He does get the offensive carom, and then he loses the handle. Good save. 3-ball attempt. No good there. And now coming back the other way. Right inside, no good. There's a foul at that point.
You mentioned Mona Garone. She coached some of Vermont's greatest players, whether it was Jade and Jazz Huntington, Carrie Smith. The one that I remember was Brigham, who played for the Silver Bullets baseball team Betsy Brigham.
Yes.
Yeah, she was a catcher for them, but she also was a very good basketball player.
Looking ahead at other awards today. Out of the coin from the Rutland Herald, and Brett Curtis, my buddy, getting a lot of awards. He's going in the Hall of Fame this year. Works for WDEV and WLVB Sports. I saw him at the Montpelier North Country game. He's doing well. And I said, do I have to call you Mr. Hall of Famer now? If that's okay, I'm all right with it. And he said, nah, you don't have to bother that. But he'll be down here today, I hope.
Well, that's how he's going to have to sign his autographs.
Yes.
HOF at the end of it.
And he'll get the Media Person of the Year. Overdue for him. Glad to see him get it. And they gave it to two people this year.
Yeah. Spencer Gibo just skied high for a rebound to keep the possession alive.
Good
and
job.
Another rebound.
That's a rim protector right there. Baker says, I'll bring in some heavy lifting here. And that doesn't quite go. So a good job by the box out group. Up 7. That's the gold team. Stop and go. Nice change of pace. Left-handed finish. And that was pretty. And that's Braden Rush from White River Valley. Another 6-footer who plays bigger than that.
And another one from White River Valley.
Yeah, done a good job there all around. A little over 8 minutes and some change. Baker out front. Now he'll give it up for Green against that man-to-man. And looking trying to ground into the corner. And then a long ball there softly, and that's going to go. That's a nice finish by number 44 on that side. And that's Jacobs, who we talked about, scored over 1,500 points. So that's fairly normal business for him, isn't it?
It is. I mean, he can fill up the stat sheet for sure. And like I said earlier, Richard's going to miss him. He's been very good for 4 years for them.
It's a 7-point lead. Ways to go here. Baker out front, gives up the rock. Now they'll try to get into the post if they can. Back out front. Good move there. Wanted to give it back to the big man. He does, right through the legs
right
of the
through
defender. And then they try the long ball at the top. That's going to be no good, but good rebounding again. Cleared out by Russ. Russ trying to go coast to coast. Spin move. Won't go for him. Did everything but go through the hoop. Bounce pass off that wing. Coming back the other way. Jonkus in traffic, finishes.
Nice finish by Yonkis and a nice pass by Reese Paquette to get the assist on that.
Try to find the lead the other way. Fastball. Need to take a little something off it, and that'll be out of bounds on the far side. Taking their time with the pace now. Still in it. Lets that one go from somewhere in White River. Turns inside. The big man gets it. He's partially blocked. That's unstable enough so he can't finish inside. Now the push over the timeline. Stop and go. Step back 3. No good.
Good rebound from Paquette. See if they can get another bucket before the end.
He tries to go over the top. Baker, reverse, misses. Number 40 changed his shot there. Donovan Craven at 6'4", able to make him go around him, and he missed the shot. Good D. Now he'll take it. That will not go. Jonkus clears, splits the defenders at midcourt. Change of pace, trying to go all the way with it, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be his ball. He gets a lot of attention once he gets to the paint, doesn't he?
He certainly does, but he knows how to get there quick as can be.
6:22. Outside wing.
Baker with the 3.
Looked good, but didn't go. Jonkus, good leaper for a smaller kid. Not real small, but, he's not a 6-footer. Coming back the other day, splits the defense, and a finish.
Braden Russ with another finish.
Russ is strong.
Yeah, the White River Valley kids have shown well, so you can see why they went undefeated during the regular season.
Coming back the other way. Reverse layup. That goes. That's a pretty shot. That's good for 2 by Jacobs. And we're at 68-63 with 6 minutes to go to bring this one to a conclusion here.
Yeah, that was a good group.
I see one of the legends of sports, George Foreman, died last night.
Oh. He was part of the
76 years old and a great ambassador really for the sport, and a really guy who got more and more lovable as his years went on.
And I always feel like he was part of when the heavyweights, that was when they were at their best.
When there was 10
Foreman,
contenders.
Holmes, all those guys. Yeah.
Oscar Bonavina,
Frazier.
They had a cast then in those days, and the great Muhammad Ali and that whole crew. That was a different time. I couldn't tell you the top 3 contenders now, Billy.
I don't think any of them are American, that's for sure.
Outside now. The post, turnaround. That's going to go. That's a pretty shot. That kid does not have – he knows where the rim is here in Windsor, doesn't he?
He does. There's
look
Moodie.
at the long
Moodie knows where it is, too.
Moodie puts that up. That's going to be off a little bit. 70-63 is the score here now. Fake. Back out front. It's the modern game, folks. it's a dunk or a layup or a three-pointer, Billy. As Dick Jarvis said, whatever happened to a 12-foot jump shot? Well, just time and evolution, I guess.
Yeah.
70-63. Green trying to find a way to get and make this tight with the group they've got on the court.
Great cut.
Hunter Clay, they're the way. They get 2. Number 40 finishing. Vance.
Dylan Vance from Thetford.
That three-headed group from Thetford has resulted in 2 straight championship tilt wins.
Russ
Good
again.
follow-up. Russ been very good.
Yeah.
Russ trying to get a little light away from Xander Clark, who's been exceptional. Long ball again. Not going to go. Rebound by Green, though. Fakes the 3. Settles for the shorter one, and that's not going to go. There'll be more awards between this contest, too, I believe. Billy would know. He has to run down there and then run back. You're obviously in pretty good shape, Billy, because they get you running all over the place.
Yeah, we'll hand out the majority of our awards between this game and the next one.
I see.
Yeah.
And so that means the officials of the year, the media award, a lot of that stuff will go, Bill?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. And the VBCA scholarships, Ethan Lucier from Linden, Will Eaton from St. J, Annabella Roberge from Mount Mansfield, along with Alicia Harrington, Mount Anthony, Cassidy Kittredge, St. Johnsbury, Evie Pyrie from Lamoille, Alec Montgomery, Champlain Valley, and Dana Callahan from Lamoille will all get that VBCA scholarship.
And
money.
Well deserving.
Inside lip, and I think it was helped a little. He's smiling. I think number 34 got a piece of it to help it out, Hunter Clay. But regardless, that's a 2-point score, 74-65. As we're winding things down here, a little over 4 minutes to go. Long ball. That will not go, but there was a foul, and that'll be a 3-shot foul situation. And that'll send Brendan Moodie, 5'9" guard from Hazen. And, you know, every club has a kid that gets the ball when the chips are down and stuff. And that would be Mr. Moodie on Hazen this past winter. Yeah. And he pulled some games out. He had a big fadeaway 3-pointer against Lake Region. They were down 2 and knocked that down for a 1-point win.
What I liked from him this year, from what I saw too, was he's always had the great 3-point shot and can get it off, very quickly. But I saw him going to the rim more often this year, and I think it was a good adjustment in his game.
Hits the first 2. Maybe that can get him lathered up for the last 3-4 minutes of this contest here. Sometimes you can get your stroke back on the charity stripe. And so he hits 3. We got a 6-point game. They're a possession away from making this really interesting down the stretch. Long ball. Gold. That goes. Not when he's going to do that, though. Wyatt Caldwell from White River doing a great job. Inside pass. It's banged away. That'll be green ball. That's great range for that kid. So the inbounds will be by the team in green. That's the North. They won the first contest. Not all the North kids are on the North team, etc., though, as we looked at some rosters. There's more populace above. Randolph has always been told to me that's the center of the state, Billy. And you'll see some that are below that. I know in the first game there we had a couple kids that were definitely, I'd say they're from the North.
Yeah,
on the South team. You had to balance it, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We want to make sure all the right kids are in the game. We'll adjust their geography if we need to.
Okay, good way to put it. Rebound inside. There'll be some contact at the end of it, trying to be aggressive, of course, is Dylan Vance. And that's what I mean by organization. They're already going to get the award winners down here early, so there's no lost time here. They'll be way ahead. Now, they tend to start on time regardless because I think you made the point there. You really don't want to start a game 20 minutes early and have the grandparents not make the game, right?
Correct. That's why you hold off, and the warm-ups might be a little extra long because we want to make sure that these kids that support their family and friends that supported them all year get a chance to see them play one last game.
Long ball just a little bit too far. They ran out of pavement here. 3-on-1 developing. Good pass inside and a soft finish. And that gets us down here, too, the last 3 minutes of contest. I guess there was some overage for getting a quick timeout here. And they've stretched it out. 11 points looking safe at the moment, Billy, for game 2 here.
It does, but it's been a good pace. I like the pace of today's game.
As we said, there'll be, and Billy mentioned, there'll be a ton of awards going out here. The Coaches of the Year will be coming up, too. Girls Division I, that's Jade Huntington from St. J, who's a runner-up in Division I. Sarah Roy from North Country, runner-up in Division II. Nick Foster How about 5 championships in a row? That's gone well for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, I listened to Nick do a clinic earlier this year, and I was so impressed with not only how he spoke, but the content and stuff. I could see why he's won 5 championships in a row.
Did a great job and worked a lot with when they had the semi-pro team over in Barrie, correct? He was on that staff?
Correct.
Back there in those days. Now they got another one, of course. And, of course, B.J. Roberson from Burlington in the boys Division I. And also he was the champion this year. And that was a great final. NSN working with NFHS.
Well,
that done. What a finish in traffic by Moodie. That looked like no chance of going in.
The Robertson Championships were a family affair this year.
Yes, took the 2, and then the girls after being swept by St. Johnsbury came back and took the W there too. So a great year for basketball for Burlington High School. A little contact behind, fall away from the corner, not going to go. Rebound inside, that's blocked at the point of attack. And the second one went up. They didn't get it. Third chance, fourth chance goes.
There it goes.
That's persistence, and that's from the big fella, Dylan Vance. And it's 82-72, but Father Time is running out on him, I think, Billy.
Yeah, but with the three-point shot, you never know. But
good crowd on hand here. This is the halfway point with some great Division I and II coming up for the girls first and then the boys. So you have just about a maximum crowd exposure right now. As we'll wind things down, and we'll take another break. And you can see a lot of the award winners are lined up on the sidelines, so they are ready to roll. And we'll be out during that. And what that will consist of is outstanding underclassmen for the girls and boys. Girls are lined up in one of the end zones on the side, and that will be a big crew of Division I and II girls. We'll go over those with you, too, as well. And I believe we're going to have Charlotte Jasmine come in from Hartford, who's a Gatorade Player of the Year, and back for another year. That doesn't spell good news for the competition, does it?
An exceptional player. I got to be honest. I think she's one of the best, if not the best player in Vermont.
So they made the best. They made a good pick for her for Gatorade Player of the Year,
absolutely did.
That Gatorade Player of the Year, they take into effect scholastic achievement too, correct?
And I believe she's a 3.9 grade point average, so that's definitely a benefit in her favor.
Moodie getting a bunch of steals now, throws up another one. That's going to go. Moodie getting hot late. Is it enough, though, late? 82-75, it's a 7-point game. They're going to need a turnover, and the South just needs to control the ball and the pace, and they should be in good shape here. But it is an all-star game, and you tend to not stall.
And it looked like they were running some version of a four-corner, so.
Yep. Foul right there on the side.
You don't see that usually. That's just played out.
And I guess that's the biggest reason for going to a shot clock, right? No more four-corner stall.
Yeah.
If that ever happens. It's years away, though,
yeah.
I think. It sounds like a lot of other things to work out. Extra staff, the cost for buying the system. And then it doesn't work perfect.
Correct.
That's a steal for Green. Yeah. That's exactly what needed. They needed another 3-ball, though. They let it go from deep. That's not going to go. Rebound inside, though. They'll throw it back out front. Moodie, who's getting warm, hits another one. He's getting hot late here.
It's that 3-point shot.
82-78. Billy said, don't leave your seat yet. And I see his coach, Hazen coaching staff up there happy. Said, wow, we've seen a lot of that over the years, and we're happy to see him do it again.
Yes, and Williamstown coach has also seen it. He's glad it's on his team now. Sid definitely wants to see it that way.
Well, young Moodie was kind of quiet here, but the last 2 or 3 minutes, we said he was the kid that really gets the rock in crunch time for Hazen, and he's showing that again here today. So I guess that's just the norm for him. Only 38 ticks left, but we're down to a 6-point contest here. It was 13 a minute or two ago. So that should work out for their club if they can get into the steal here for gold. Just a matter of, you played this up-tempo the whole way, and you haven't slowed it down. So here you're going to maybe slow it down here. That's kind of not their nature, is it?
It
makes it tough for the club sometime.
And I got to be honest, I think some of these kids would just as soon play it out and see let it fall where it mays.
So we'll see how it finishes here. 38 ticks on the clock. Gold will take it out underneath their own basket. Need some help there. Almost picked off. They'll pin it. That'll be a foul, though, on number 22 coming up behind the play. Hudson Mace from Peoples. And so it'll be gold ball again.
So it looks like they're using the old 1-on-1 rules.
Must be with the halves. Is that the way they're going to play it out? Must be. Throws it over the top, picked off by Green. Still got a chance. Long ball from the other side. That goes too. Now we're down to a 1-point game. Bomb over the top, but there was contact before.
They called timeout.
This kid is hot at the end, man.
Here we go.
The third three-pointer he's hit. And now with 28 seconds to go, Billy is about to be a prophet here. Because this has suddenly got real interesting.
I believe that is 9 points in the last minute 05. If my math's right.
Well, with this finish out of that young man, I don't know, but maybe he's stolen the flame away from Xander Clark here.
Listen, if they end up with a win.
It's a shoo-in if they get the win.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 28 ticks on the clock. Glad you could join us on NSN here today. We're here all day. We can't get enough of round ball, and then we'll shut it down. Well, I say shut it down, but we're doing 45 or 50 college games all the time too. But as far as high school, we'll take a little pause, and then April 10th, we'll be right back at it. I'll be off actually for 3 weeks. I'll be at Middlebury College on the 12th of April.
Nice.
Barring weather for a doubleheader. Softball.
Yeah.
Nice trip down there through the valley. Gold coming out with it now. Man-to-man. Trying to put the pressure on if it possibly can. Gives it up in midcourt. Gets the pass over. It's picked off. And a chance now as Moodie comes up with it. He's got the ball. Dribbles through two men. Loses it off his heel for the turnover. And mad at himself as he maybe made one dribble too far. It was all lined up.
It was a great effort,
to get up down the court with 18 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get a shot off, but couldn't quite hold on to it. Tried to dribble through a couple kids, which he's very capable of doing. Lob it in the post. That's kicked out, knocked out of bounds. 12 seconds on the clock. 82-81. Gold has controlled the entire game, but a late surge by Green has made things fairly interesting. Stop and go out front.
Going to have to get a foul.
You have to get a foul early. They can't catch him, though. Lobbed it over the top. They were down with 4 seconds. And now they get contact there, but farther time is almost run out.
It looks like they're still inbounding, so I'm not really sure what the one-on-one or the two-shot foul rule is.
It's been waived.
It must be because they haven't moved the fouls at all.
And now the referee just checking again.
Yeah.
So that was just a matter of throwing the ball in bounds.
Yeah.
You will take your chances on a 90-foot shot probably. So if you lob this in and it's bounced around, you're set. Key is just get it in bounds by some juncture or not, and they do that.
Oh, it was
Picked
a
off
steal.
by Hazen. They try a crazy shot at the end, and they get nothing there. No contact. It's an 82-81 win for the South. But I'll tell you what, if they played another 30 seconds, it may have gone the other way.
Very entertaining.
A nice close by their club, and we'll stick with our original player of the game. That's Xander Clark, who really did a little bit of everything. He is from White River Valley. His club wins it 82-81. I'm Ken Wells and Billy Waller here. We'll be back